Napheesa's comments in like their exit interviews or her statement to the press, she essentially said, like, this isn't about winning or losing.
Yeah.
It's about something much bigger. The real threat to our league isn't money. It isn't ratings or even missed calls or even physical play. It's the lack of accountability from the league office. Since I've been in the league, you've heard the constant concerns about officiating, and it has now reached levels of inconsistency that plague our sport and undermine the integrity in which it operates. Whether the league cares about the health of the players is one thing, but to also not care about the product we put on the floor is truly self-sabotage. Year after year, the only thing that remains consistent is the lack of accountability from our leaders. And to me, that was... She went in way harder than that, but just that comment, like, calling out... She later goes on to call out Cathy, like, directly, and things that she said in private conversations, but it's like it's gotten to the point where the private conversations are no longer effective. And obviously we're in the middle of, or like we're in the middle of CBA negotiations. A lot of players feel like we should be making more than what we're making. But Cathy's response to Napheesa was that, you know, I think she brought up, like, players like Caitlin, Angel, Paige should not be making what they're making, you know, on their rookie contracts. And she said those players should something like be on their
knees and be thanking her.
A lot of the things that she says are very, they sound very, like,
cringy
and, like, very, like, me focused. Like, it's not just about you getting credit for stuff. Like, there's a product that people come to see, and that's the players. Like, without players in any league, people aren't paying attention, because then where would the entertainment come from?
This is the thing that really irritates me to this point, is that you're selling teams now in the WNBA for over $250 million. I don't know the exact number, but you're evaluating a single team to be valued at $250 million if you're selling it for that, right? If your salary cap, and also this isn't an exact number, please look this up yourself, but the salary cap for the WNBA, each team is like 1.4 or to 1.7 million dollars. So what you're saying is that the team's evaluated to be worth $250 million. And if you took away the 12 players that are valued at 1.7 million max, I don't know exactly the numbers once again. So you take those 12 players out, what's your team valued at now? What are people going to come to watch? Like, what are you evaluating? So if it's not the players, if it's not what they're doing on the court, then where would the valuation, what are you evaluating here? Exactly.
But this is the thing, you know, it's good to see players who are star players on their team starting to say things, like, directly, not like beating around the bush, like, call a spade, like, say exactly what it is, because now players don't have to have that fear about, if I speak out about what's wrong or that we don't feel is, like, equitable or just right now in the league, then I won't have a league to play in, which was, like, our stance in future. I mean, in past CBA negotiations, a lot of people, you're going to take what you can because there's not really other options. You don't really have a lot to bargain with. People didn't care about the WNBA like that, so you don't have really a leg to stand on. But now, in this age of social media, this age of all these players coming in with their fan bases from college, people having there being new leagues that are started in the offseason. I mean, with Athletes Unlimited and Unrivaled, Napheesa and Stewie could say whatever they wanted to say about what Cathy is doing. Like, players don't have to fear that if I take issue with what's going on from the top in the W, I will be without a job. Because now people know I have something else to fall back on. Like, you see the sponsorships that they've gotten at Unrivaled. We saw that last season. I've seen what Athletes Unlimited has done since season 1, and how at what we're about to be in season 5, how much growth there's been, how much change there's been, how much the salaries have increased. So now you're able to get better players, and that will obviously drive more sponsors in the future if you're getting notable names, but players don't have to feel like you're like being pigeonholed now. Like, if we don't like what the CBA is talking about, we can absolutely say we're not approving this.
And I hate when people come up to the table. I was a player rep for years and years and years. I actually accidentally found out that I was a player rep my second year in the league. I got a congratulations email from the WNBA, and I was like, oh my God, finally,
I'm an all-star.
I'm getting credit for something. I opened it up and it said, you've been selected as your team rep. And I was like, what does this even mean? Well, I was thanklessly a team rep for countless years, and we have been bringing these type of issues to the table for years. At the time, the money wasn't the same. The marketing wasn't the same. The type of athlete, the carryover from college wasn't the same. Social media wasn't the same.
Right.
So right now, we've had these conversations behind closed doors for years and years and years. And the only way, and I think this is Napheesa's point of bringing it to the table and Cheryl's point by speaking up in her post game, is that now we have public accountability. You bring it to social, you bring it into your post game talks. Now you have fans and you have people chiming in because everybody feels it. And if you don't hear people saying it out loud, you're like, well, why aren't they talking about it? Why aren't they? So if the league's not going to address it head on from the top, then it just falls on the fact that people have to use their platforms in the way that they can. And that looks in the form of social media. That looks in the form of post-game press. That looks in the form of Twitter, Instagram, whatever it looks like. If you put out one simple tweet, it's going to hold somebody accountable to a certain extent. And also, the bigger platform, the bigger player, the bigger following, the more people it's going to touch, the more people have awareness of the issue, the faster it could get through. Sid, I just noticed that we lost the sponsor. So not only do we not have sponsors, but we lost the word sponsor as well. We're off.
We're all good. Nothing changed. Another crazy thing she said, though, was that she said to Fee, because Fee asked, how do we plan to address the officiating issues in our league? She said, well, only the losers complain about the refs.
Right.
Which just also is not true, but also problematic for you to be taking like that sort of stance when you have MVP caliber players coming to talk to you about something that they feel should be addressed within the league. The reality is that we do have to have better officiating in our league because we're not the NBA or some other leagues where we have like so many stars that can carry us. It's like you need certain players to be protected so that there is something for people to be watching.
Right.
You know?
Also, our championship season, we won. We were the absolute winners. We were number one, baby. And we had a huge issue with the refs. Like, it was still a problem, and we weren't losers by any means necessary. But there was always an issue. Just because you win doesn't mean you don't have an issue. And you're not a loser for thinking that there is an issue. You're bringing an issue to the table, and up to this point, it was respectfully behind closed doors. And nothing's been done. Time and time again, nothing's been done. People have been criticized and now fined. Or people have been getting fined, but like fined to this extent for public critiques of what they feel like. Also, this isn't like something that we do as a hobby. This is people's livelihood. This is how people make money. Your body is your business. So when injuries happen, your business is out of commission. That's like shutting down shop for however long it takes to recover and come back. So I think people need the league needs to really come around and understand like that the players aren't fighting for anything that we don't deserve. We're not asking for anything out of the ordinary. We're asking for fair play, fair pay, and just consistency throughout. And I think now more than ever, where you have the public being able to hold, the higher ups of the league accountable, it's gonna be an important time to see how the CBA turns out, especially like you said with AU and Unrivaled and all these other leagues now prepping. Like Unrivaled added more teams to their list, potentially for a lockout, potentially not. But there's different things in the works that people are planning, and I think now more than ever is the time where we've always had superstars that were capable of sitting out and making a push for more whatever. Yeah, more change, more money, more whatever word you want to put behind that. And now we're sitting in a place where, you know, our superstars are super duper stars because of social media. Now our games are impossible to watch. You don't have to like log on to an app, then get onto another app, get a code, send it to your email. You have to double verify it. You're like, okay, I'm just, all that to say the game was blacked out on the app anyway, so you couldn't watch. All this to say, like, now more than ever is a time where superstars are, especially superstars, are willing to sit out because there's
something else.
Side income coming from other leagues. There's other ways that you can make money without having to play overseas, as well as overseas is still there.
Yeah.
So like you have AU, you have Unrivaled, and you have overseas. All things that like will still keep going regardless of the lockout or not.
Yeah. The last thing though on this is that she said what leadership should look like. She said it's the human element, it's basic integrity, and it's the bare minimum any leader should embody. This year alone, I've gotten calls, texts, and well wishes from so many players across the league. These moments remind me that sometimes there are things bigger than the results in this game we played. Do you know who I haven't heard from? Cathy. Not one call, not one text. Instead, the outreach has come from her number 2, telling my agent that she doesn't believe physical play is contributing to injuries. This is infuriating. And it's the perfect example of the tone-deaf, dismissive approach that our leaders always seem to take. And I just want to say, with this, I will be running for commissioner. I'm now announcing.
Oh, congratulations, Syd.
No, but I think it's hilarious that she didn't get a text from Cathy.
Yeah, well, did you get a text from Cathy?
Because I was like, oh, I told my ACO I also didn't hear from her, so I guess we're the same, babe.
0 for 2.
Did you?
Cathy didn't even really know my name until I made fun of her All-Star trophy one time.
Oh, yeah.
Then she definitely knew who I was after that. Well, I'm sorry about you not getting a texted. I know that.
Oh no, all good.
I know that would have made the world of a difference for you and your recovery.
Sick.
Anyway, everyone does watch women's sports, so check out the finals coming up, y'all.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. It's good stuff. This might go.